guys, Mona here. Welcome back to my 21-day upper body challenge, and today is day 2, week 1. Now today's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more of an upper body endurance session, so stay tuned for this one. Again guys, if you have any questions, comment below. Also, the main aim is to kickstart you into going into 2024. So guys, if you haven't yet done day 1 of the challenge, I would recommend doing that one first before we go on to day 2. Now the reason for that is they are all going to follow on each other, and you're going to see going into week 2 how the exercises will progress. Now, guys, without further ado, let's jump into day 2 of the upper body challenge. Now guys, for the first exercise today, we are going to be doing 3 sets of pull-ups. Now it's going to look a little bit different to how you would normally have like 3 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 5 or whatever. Like, we are actually going to do as many as we can. So I will recommend, if you are a beginner level athlete or you do want to get just a really nice pump and get that back working, then I would recommend doing it with a band. But if you do want to use it without anything and just do strict pull-ups, by all means go ahead and do that. You are badass if you can do that. I am, however, going to do it with a band just because this whole training cycle I've been focusing on growth and hypertrophy, so I will be doing it with a band. So first set will be as many as you can. Ultimately, what you're going to aim to do is, like, your first set will normally be a lot more than your second set and going into your third set, because you are going to be a bit more fatigued, and you'll probably find that like your first set will be a burnout set. And the reason why is we just want you to get the best out of each exercise. Not every exercise is going to be like this, so bear with me. This one is like this, the next one will be rep based, but for now, get as many reps as you can. You are going to do 3 sets of 12. Now you don't necessarily have to do or work yourself up to doing working sets, because at the end of the day I feel like your first set will actually be your working set already, just because the weight is nice and light. Now we want to make sure that when we do the bend over reverse fly, you really want to make sure that you hit the upper back, rear delts, and just make sure that you squeeze those scapulas together when you do the reverse fly motion. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend over, you're going to do 12 repetitions as follows. So next up, we're going to do incline dumbbell bench press. So you're going to lay down on the bench and push the dumbbells up. Now the first one is going to be bicep curls, but not like we did on day 1. We're actually going to do some hammer curls today, which means it's very similar as you would drink a glass of water or a beer. So you're going to hold it as follows, and you're going to do your hammer curls. Now with this, we're going to do 3 sets of 12. So again, if your first exercise or your first workout, now again, if your first few reps were nice and easy, then you can take that again as a warm-up set and make your next set your working set. Now we are going to do 3 sets of 12. Next up, we're going to do tricep extensions. We're going to do 3 sets of 12. Now you can do this again with a band, or you can do this with a dumbbell. Now today I'm going to do this with a dumbbell. So you're going to make sure your core is nice and tight. Bend your knees so that you don't end up putting the pressure on your lower back. So bend your knees as follows. Keep those elbows nice and tucked, and you're going to extend upwards. Focusing on doing the movement nice and slow and controlled, so you can really feel those triceps.